In this video, I'm going to show you possibly the best cheap Rolex Explorer Homage you can buy. It's by a brand which has quickly developed a reputation amongst affordable watch enthusiasts as one of the best quality cheap brands on AliExpress. The snobs may tell you to steer clear, but if you only have around £50 to spend, keep watching this video. Hello, my name is Louis and this is As Time Decides. I hope you're doing okay. This is the Addiesdive AD2096. And it's an homage to or clone of the very first Rolex Explorer, or at least the earliest Rolex to consistently feature the Explorer name on the dial, the 6350 Honeycomb. That watch will set you back tens of thousands of pounds. This one can be had for less than 50. The AD2096 is largely faithful to the Rolex 6350 with its iconic Rolex features, the oyster case and bracelet, 3, 6 and 9 numerals, and the so-called Mercedes handset. I opted for the black dial with the faux patina lume, but you can also get it with regular lume, and there's also a brown dial variant again with both lume options. The faux patina lume is C3 Superluminova, giving off a green glow, and the regular lume is BGW9 Superluminova, which gives off a blue glow. The eagle-eyed amongst you will probably notice that this watch has the same case, bracelet and movement Addiesdive has previously used for other models in its catalogue. I've purchased and reviewed two of these models in the past, the Sanjin dialed AD2030 and the Longines Conquest inspired AD2066, both of which look fantastic and were very affordable. The only difference between these watches are the dial designs. You might think that using the same case, bracelet and movement all the time is lazy and boring, but truthfully it is one of the best all-round packages you'll find on AliExpress. The dimensions and proportions are almost perfect, and the Seiko VH31 Mecha Quartz movement is reliable and accurate with a somewhat satisfying 4 ticks per second sweep. Addiesdive really has found a winning formula with this combination, swapping out the dials to give each watch a different vibe, but ultimately the same feel on the wrist. The 19mm lug width is a pain if you are a strapaholic, but for everyone else it isn't really much of an issue. A while back I reviewed the Pagani Design PD1785, which has a fantastic dial and handset, but a case which is a little bit flabby and a bracelet and clasp which feel a bit outdated. If you took the dial and handset from that watch, transplanted it into this case, you'd have another surefire winner. Let me quickly run through the specifications for you. It's made of 316L stainless steel, has a mineral crystal, a signed screw down crown and a solid case back emblazoned with the divisive Addiesdive logo. The water resistance rating is 100 meters. The case measures 36mm in diameter with a lug-to-lug measurement of 46mm and a case thickness of 11mm. The lug width, as previously noted, is 19mm and the bracelet gently tapers from 19mm at the lugs to 16mm at the clasp. The bracelet is a little bit jangly, but for the price you can't really expect much better. The watch isn't without its flaws, of course. If you inspect the watch under a macro lens, you will see there are some small specks of dust on the dial and handset. This isn't unusual to find at this sort of price point, and in normal conditions you aren't going to notice it. The branding also remains frustratingly poor. The Addiesdive name really only makes sense if you're selling dive watches, and even then it's not a great name. The crazy frog logo, or whatever it's meant to be, is still prominent on the crown, case back and clasp, and although the cursive Addiesdive font is an improvement on the logo, it still isn't perfect. But apart from that, there really isn't much to dislike here. I mean, if you take one of the best looking vintage Rolexes ever made and copy it, it's going to look pretty damn good, isn't it? I appreciate this type of homage because it isn't just cashing in on the latest hype watch from Tudor or Rolex. It's bringing in a classic design to people that even if they saved all their lives will never be able to afford the real thing. This watch is currently available for around £50 on the AliExpress website, but I managed to bag it for around £33 due to some early bird deal or something like that. I don't know how that really happened. In fact, how a watch of this quality can be produced at all for so little money does raise some ethical questions in my mind. But in the absence of evidence of anything untoward, I can only give Addiesdive the benefit of the doubt. It's ultimately up to you as an individual to decide how to spend your money. If you enjoyed this video, please go back and watch my reviews for the previous Addiesdive watches I've owned. I'll leave the links in the description down below. That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.